So what I have here in this jar is a little bit of about 1 gram of soil from the moon. It was collected during the Apollo 11 mission by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. The reason it's here is because we have a joint project now with colleagues at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California to measure the shape of these particles in 3 dimensions. It's fairly easy to put on a microscope and measure the 2D shape, but to measure the 3D shape is a lot harder. The reason we're doing this is the one way we tell things about the moon and other airless objects in space is to see how sunlight scatters off the surface.
So I'm helping Ed make measurements of the lunar soil shape and size distribution, and my technique is a little different than his because I'm using electrons to make these measurements. And the reason is that electrons are able to measure the size of much smaller things than X-rays. And so together we put our measurements together and we're able to get a really good representation of the lunar soil.
I'm especially excited about having this in my lab and in my hands actually because I grew up in the 60s. I watched Gemini and Apollo, and I stayed up late. My parents let me stay up late on the night that Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon, and so I always wanted to be an astronaut, and I didn't get to be. So this is the closest I'll ever get to the moon, so it's kind of fun to actually have this material in my lab and work on it.
When Ed called me and asked if I wanted to work on moon dust with him, I basically hung up the phone and I literally ran to his office to talk to him about it. It was an opportunity that I recognized right away that is once in a lifetime. There's not very many people who get to come to work every day and hold a piece of history.